Tesla here, Tesla there. There is no day the e-car manufacturer is not in the news. But does that mean you know everything about the company? Let's see. Here are the 5 most interesting facts about Tesla. From the outside, it seems like Elon Musk's eccentricities are what make Tesla so omnipresent in the media. The longtime CEO is connected in celebrity circles, regularly posts controversial opinions on his Twitter account, and clearly loves being in the limelight. At the moment, no other CEO is so much in the public eye like Musk. But behind the unconventional style is a company that has risen to the top very quickly. From the startup days in 2003 to 2020, Tesla went from nearly bankrupt to the most valuable car maker in the world, worth more than $350 billion. That's much more than traditional automakers like Toyota, Volkswagen, and General Motors. All of this with less than 2% of the auto market share and much smaller revenues. The company has disrupted a multi-billion-dollar market with its electric models and seems to be on the fast track to conquer the world. After opening a factory in Shanghai in 2019, a new one is expected to open in Germany in 2021. The country, home of Volkswagen, Mercedes, and BMW, is bracing itself for what will probably be the beginning of a new era, in which its most important companies might be pushed to the sidelines. With such a meteoric rise, there are facts and data that show what makes the Tesla trajectory so extraordinary. So here we go. 5 facts about Tesla. Number 5. The first years were full of drama. Elon Musk has become the face of the company, but he wasn't there in the beginning. Tesla was founded in 2003 by engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. In 2004, the two partners were looking for investors when Musk appeared on the scene. This was after eBay bought PayPal, an operation that gave Musk $180 million, according to reports. He then invested $6.4 million in Tesla, becoming chairman of the board. Eberhard was replaced as CEO and named president of technology in 2007. It didn't last long. He left in August of that same year. Eberhard publicly said that he was not happy with the situation. Musk blamed his inability to deliver the eagerly awaited first Tesla on schedule and on budget, and said that sidelining the founder was a unanimous board decision. In 2009, Eberhard sued Tesla and Musk for libel and breach of contract. The lawsuit alleged that Musk sought to rewrite history by taking credit for the accomplishments, damaging Eberhard's reputation. But that wasn't all. The founder of Tesla also accused the company of not honoring its agreement after removing him from the CEO position, and that he did not receive his Tesla Roadster as promised. Instead, he received a damaged test car. Tesla at the time issued a statement claiming that the accusations were inaccurate and that Eberhard was fired because the Roadster model ended up costing more than double what he had estimated as CEO. Later that year, Eberhard dropped the lawsuit, and there were reports of a settlement between both parties. The details of the settlement were not made public, but to this day, Musk is credited as co-founder on Tesla's website and corporate material. There are reports that Eberhard said he very much enjoys seeing Tesla's recent success, although he is not Musk's biggest fan. The feeling seems to be mutual. In 2019, Musk wrote on his Twitter account, "Tesla is alive in spite of Eberhard, but he seeks credit constantly, and fools give it to him." The tweet was deleted later on the same day, proving that the drama from the beginning years still bubbles up. Number 4. Tesla sells much more than cars, even hot pants. The company is famous for its luxury electric cars, but sells much more than that. Among the items that it's possible to buy on its website, there are classical products like solar panels and car accessories, but also items such as toys and apparel. Let's look into the weirdest merchandising that people can buy on Tesla's website. One of the sold-out products in the online shop is the women's shorts that cost $69.42. Launched in July 2020, the product was promoted on Musk's Twitter upon its release and contains an obvious marijuana and sex position pun. But there were reports claiming another hidden meaning behind it. Some say that the 42 cents was a jibe against short sellers, investors who bet against the company's stock and anticipate a fall in price. $420 is the price at which Musk said he would take the company private in a previous tweet against the short sellers. That tweet prompted the Securities Exchange Commission to sue Musk for securities fraud after it sent Tesla's stock price soaring. Are the Tesla hot pants just a provocation? Number 3. Tesla Model S can be easily transformed into a James Bond car by pressing one button. Musk's obsession with the James Bond movies left the private sphere and entered the car's operating system. Model S owners can hold the T button on the center panel, which usually takes the user to a service screen, and see an image of the submersible Lotus Esprit S1, the car used in the James Bond The Spy Who Loved Me movie. What at first looks like just a gag is actually a very personal pun. Musk actually owns the original Lotus Esprit used in the 1977 movie. In 1989, a couple from Long Island paid roughly $100 for an unclaimed storage unit. It was a blind auction, and they had no idea what they had just actually purchased. Later, they realized they had bought the half-car, half-submarine from the James Bond movie. The couple restored the piece, displayed it in exhibits, and in 2013, put it up for auction at RM Sotheby's. The car was sold to a secret buyer for $997,000. Later that year, it was confirmed Musk was the secret buyer. In an interview, Musk mentioned his disappointment in knowing it was actually not a hybrid, but just worked underwater. And he said he would try to actually make the transformation from car to submarine a reality. According to Musk, the Lotus Esprit is not only a gag in the Model S operating system, but also influenced Tesla's Cybertruck design. Number 2. Tesla patents are accessible for anyone to use. In 2014, Musk posted a blog entry on Tesla's website titled, "All our patents belong to you." He wrote that patents enrich only those in the legal profession, had no actual benefit for investors, and therefore Tesla would share all its patents with any company that would like to invest in sustainable transportation. When he wrote the Tesla post, the company was the assignee of over 350 utility and design patents in the United States. In his post, he asserted that the company would not initiate any patent lawsuit as long as the companies were acting in good faith. There was such speculation about what was behind the announcement. On the one side, people believed that it was a strategy to incentivize the market and expand Tesla's position. Musk's vision of the future includes electric automobiles and sophisticated energy storage systems. He is aware that Tesla alone will not be able to change the infrastructure around our current energy system, as it is needed to really unlock all the electric market's potential. Opening up the patents could instigate other companies to invest in the same direction as Tesla is doing, expanding the infrastructure and promoting changes that are so critical for Tesla's domination plan. But some also believe that the announcement was mainly a PR stunt. By adding good faith to the conditions, the use of technology by competitors is limited. According to reports, those using Tesla's patents in good faith would not be able to assert any patent or intellectual property right against Tesla, no matter what happens, giving Musk's company a free pass to use whatever technology it wants without the possibility of legal action. This could probably mean a level of exposure unwelcome in most of the corporations around the world. And that's not all. The companies using Tesla patents also need to be willing to agree not to assert its own patents against any company operating in the electric market anywhere in the world. Plus, they cannot produce a knockoff product. What a knockoff product would mean is up to Tesla and not explained in detail. With so many conditions, it's hard to believe that any company would take the risk of using Tesla's patents. But Musk has said in an interview that many companies are already using them. He did not release information on which companies or which patents. Number 1. Tesla is the first entirely foreign company allowed to operate on its own in China. In 2018, the Chinese government announced that it would change its policy for international investment in the field of electric cars. The shareholding limit, a tradition in all sectors, would be scrapped. and tariffs on imported cars would also be reduced. As a result of these changes, Tesla was the first Western company to be allowed to establish a Chinese subsidiary without having to partner with a local company. In 2019, the company opened its first factory in Shanghai. Tesla then had access to the biggest electric vehicle market in the world. In return, the company promised to open a research and development facility in the country and also to design specific cars for the local market. Let's look at the numbers of the Chinese market. According to the International Energy Agency, there were 7.2 million electric cars in the world in 2019, 47% of this total in China. In 2019 alone, 1.21 million electric autos were sold in the country. That represents 4.7% of the total. In 2018, e-cars were 4.5% of the Chinese market. All of this makes China the perfect place for Tesla to grow. And Musk seems to know that. China rocks, he said recently in a podcast interview. He praised Chinese workers as hardworking and said that he sees complacency and entitlement growing in the United States. But Tesla's exposure to China could also be a source of concern among investors. There are reports saying that some fear that maybe Tesla is exposing itself too much in a country which the US government increasingly sees as an enemy. So that's it for this video. 5 facts about Tesla. What other companies would you like to see featured in this series? We'd love to hear from you in the comments section below. Since you made it to the end, stick around, click into our other videos, and keep watching. We hope you liked our video and subscribe to our channel.